No, we're good.
All right. What's up, guys? Our Wrestling Podcast coming at you with another episode. This is Dave Vicious, along with Just a Total Package, and Craig the British Bulldog, bringing you our perspective on the world of professional wrestling. No inside sources, no ties to the industry, just stories from the diehards, sharing opinions with you. Today's topic, SummerSlam 1995 review. For audio fans, give us a listen on Apple, Spotify, and iHeartRadio, or check out our videos on YouTube at our Wrestling Channel. And you go to your left for several other options, and you can also give us a follow on Instagram at O.W.P 2019 or on Facebook at Our Wrestling Podcast. If you're, just owning the libs over there.
David,
apparently.
get closer to the mic.
Okay, I will get closer.
I know, I know your audacity is going to catch it, but it's hard. Because I want to hang on your every word, so I want to hear every beautiful word that comes out of your mouth.
It's your noise. It's your noise.
You guys are real
Out of your
sweet.
stupid mouth. So I'm sorry.
I say we had some real heartfelts until he said stupid. We had some heartfelts earlier before we recorded. But yeah. So yeah, man, SummerSlam. Well,
I'm glad reviews are back.
It.
Listen, I'm glad reviews are back. Listen, YouTube.
Are you?
No, I don't. I hate YouTube so much, and I wish that more people would have watched on Daily Motion, and I would have kept it there. But it is my fault.
Didn't work out.
I take the responsibility solely for it because I could not post often enough. I'm a busy person and I have kids, and that's no excuse. But it is an excuse. But it's not an excuse. But it is an excuse. So I'm just gonna go with that. So 1995. This year is not a fun year for either company, WCW or WWF.
I said we were on unscripted, and someone brought up 1994, and I was like, you know what? This is a year later, but I said we shouldn't talk about wrestling in any capacity in 1994 or 95. It's a horrible time. It's terrible.
There's
is nothing good.
I'm doing the math right. This is 30 years ago, correct? 30 fucking years? Are we talking about it? This is
And
30
we have a couple people
years
still
ago.
wrestling.
I will say this before you launch into it. I was not as disappointed in this pay-per-view as I thought I would be.
As you thought you would be.
Because I think this is more of a forgotten SummerSlam. And I will say off the bat, there's going to be some matches that I just fucking shit on. But at the same time, this is definitely...
They shit on
I
themselves.
recommend that you go back and watch the show. If you have some time, this is actually a fun watch, overall.
It's a very transitional, different era. It's like Vince is still on the mic. Todd Pettengill. There's a lot of shitty, fake laughter through the whole thing. Every interview and everything is haha. And
they didn't know what they
Vince,
wanted it to be.
hilarious.
To your point, Craig, they had no idea what they wanted to be or do.
Vince says that's still to be determined. He said 6 times during the
Well, having
the
Vince as your
pay-per-view.
fucking lead commentator, I don't know who gave him that idea in 1995. Vince was so
Just him.
out of
I mean,
touch
you have, You have Doc Hendricks. You have Michael Hayes before he's a true producer and
his
running
short.
Monday
He's
Night Raw
fat and with
his
short hair,
talents.
for just ridiculous.
Oh,
It's production's weird, but they had 18,000 people in Pittsburgh. It was a very standard def, not HD. It was.
Yep.
To your point, Craig, this is why I say this is a rewatchable. Is I watched some of the matches, well, shit, this is really good.
The talent is there, man.
I mean, Dave, I think
You know
in
what's
the
funny
first
is
match that you're going to get to, Dave, I think is one of my I was well, this is a pleasant surprise.
Right. So we'll get to the dates here. August 27th of 95 it was Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Civic Arena. As Craig said, 18,062 in attendance.
The Igloo.
Yep. A buy rate of 205,000. The tagline was
Not
"Face the
bad.
Heat."
$30 a pop. 25
I usually don't. Yeah, I usually don't talk about the chronological order of the PLEs. But this is funny. The previous was In Your House 2, and then the next one after SummerSlam was In Your House 3.
It's right.
So there was just,
Because, in all fairness to WCW at this point, Bischoff was the first one that started putting pressure on, I think I want to do a pay-per-view every month. And then so Vince is so they created In Your House to pepper in between Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, and King of the Ring. And so they was In Your Houses were strewn throughout. So it's really funny. And In Your Houses back here, by the way, in 95, which is when it was created, In Your Houses were a cheaper price point, and they were only 2-hour pay-per-views.
Yeah. It was that transition of the big four with just load up the pay-per-view.
Yeah.
right. And just you talked briefly about the first match where you're pleasantly surprised. Not a bad curtain jerker. This is Hakushi versus the 1-2-3 Kid. He defeats 1-2-3 Kid in 9 minutes and 27 seconds. By the way, Hakushi, in my opinion, dramatically underrated. I love the tattoo work. I loved his mat work. I give this match a solid B. Where are you guys at?
He would team with Hayabusa and ECW later. I can't remember if it was 97 or 98. And Hakushi was underrated.
It's an animal.
Vince would get a Japanese hair up his ass every now and then and be like, fine, bring in a talent. And then he would not know how to do it. And then, but he was attractive with the tattoos all over him and all that stuff. And like Hakushi was super, super talented. And I give this match a solid B. I loved it. Like I was like, dude, like these guys are fucking, it was great. Like I just, when I started watching, I was like, oh, 1995, why did you do this, Jess? Like, because I'm the one that pitches it to you guys. And then I hit play and I was like, what am I thinking? And then, but I watched this match and I was like, dude, this is fucking awesome. Like this opener was really good. A solid B. And I'm not like, I don't give it an A. Only, maybe they should have went an extra 5 minutes or whatever. But like this match was really good. So B, solid B. Yeah. Really liked it.
Same. I give it a solid B too. And the only thing I think about whenever I see Hakushi is like, man, every single match, someone had to put those tattoos on him because they're not real tattoos. So face,
they weren't permanent.
stomach, back, abdomen, like all.
I wonder if it was like a
tattoos.
template, right? They just put a template on and went.
Yes.
The kid off the rope again, and look at that! One, got him hooked. Two, he got it. You talked about it, McMahon, and we all
the winner of this match.
One too many high-risk maneuvers has cost the 1-2-3 kid. Hakushi victorious will take you back and show you the way. And he polished off the 1-2-3 kid prior to that, however. The 1-2-3 kid with a great maneuver.
A match that's probably not as revered. Number 2, Hunter Hearst Helmsley defeats Bob Holly in a singles match, just over 7 minutes. I don't know. It's not even Triple H at this point. It's chicken shit heel stuff. I mean, I'll give it like a C-. I don't.
And we would be remiss if we didn't talk about like it was like Dean Douglas was kind of like they were pushing him hard here, and he was on. I wouldn't say he was a host, but they kept going back and forth.
He was like doing the chalkboard thing, right? And like
scratching the chalkboard and
bring him from a place that he was super hardcore or whatever, and make him a goddamn teacher because he was a teacher in real life, by the way. So Vince is like, well, pal, that's how you get over.
He seemed uncomfortable, and obviously Sean and Razor and the Click just kind of like
Dean was dead in the water from the beginning. He didn't like the gimmick, and then they didn't like Dean or didn't like Shane in the back. So it's like,
but this was their moment to try and push Dean and like give him his thoughts or his heel thoughts on each match and stuff. But like, Hunter Hearst Helmsley versus Bob Holly, and to go even 7 minutes rough.
It was I give it a C-. Like, look, it was fucking. It was a Raw match, and like, it was just it's who they had. Like, this is what, we love the first match, and we're gonna praise another match later. But like, this is what they had. This is what we were given in 1995. So like, we had Bob. They were just trying to get new stars over, like, but I guess C-. Like, they both were trying to work fine with each other. I mean, it wasn't like a bad match. They didn't fuck up or anything. It was just like okay, all right, we're doing this, I guess. Like, so C-.
Right.
Got him hooked in it. Yes, the pedigree. That's what we spoke of earlier. Shoots the half, hooks the leg, recover the count, the victory.
The winner of the match,
How about that?
Hearst
Quite a move. Impressive.
I have a question before we talk about the third match. Do we not have tag team champions? Because this is the only.
Oh,
were they on the pre-show or like? I think they were on the pre-show. The tag champions.
I think so.
Yeah.
But it's fascinating to me that the tag champions don't get on SummerSlam. But
Vince hates
tag match.
Vince hates tag team matches.
But he put this one on. He put the Smoking Guns versus the Blue Brothers.
Dude, the Blue Brothers are so fucking terrible. Like, I don't care. They were always sloppy wrestlers.
Yeah, it's an F, bro. It's a slap F. Like, in the Smoking Guns, like, I know they got a little bit of like positive heat, but dude, like, the best thing that came out of the Smoking Guns was Billy's ass. Like. Let's be real. Like, what are we talking about?
All I can think about here is I saw the SS tattoos covered up with barbed wire, and I was like, nope, fast forward. Like,
yeah, I give it a
certified
D.
Nazis or those tattoos. Like, I'm sorry.
I gave it a D. Like I didn't like the Blues Brothers, and they're Ron and Don Harris, and I never thought they were great workers. They were sloppy. They just were twins.
They're brothers, though.
They were twins, and they eventually shaved their heads and both became bald together. So like they were imposing looking. They looked like famous. They looked like a
they
thing.
looked the part, but
yeah, they were not good performers in there or whatever. So
the
yeah,
bell has to ring, is what they'd say, right?
I felt like the Smoking Guns had to work their ass off just to even fucking make this passable.
Yeah, and by the way, the Smoking Guns could work.
They absolutely could. They totally could. I think if people sleep on Smoking Guns a lot, to be fair.
They do, but there
not
was
saying
not a lot of.
I'm not saying let's put them on
them.
Mount Rushmore. I'm just saying that a lot of people sleep on Smoking Guns.
Yeah.
Oh no,
What do you
you're
give it,
saying
Greg?
Legion of Doom, Steiners, and the Blue Brothers. That's good.
Smoking Guns, Mount Rushmore. What do you grade it, buddy?
Oh, D. I didn't see it.
D-B-D-Bs.
Yeah.
I have to watch a Barry Horowitz match. Is that what you're telling me? It goes 11 minutes.
Barry Horowitz, potentially the greatest match he's ever had.
So they did Skip and Barry Horowitz. It was a whole thing with Sonny and Skip, and it was like they were the Body Donnas, and like they would be fitness or whatever. And then Barry, poor fucking like Chris Candido, dude, like he didn't stand a chance, right? Like, so it was just a shitty angle, and then they take the lifelong. Besides Steve Lombardi, Barry Horowitz was the career fucking enhancement talent or whatever. And I still at best give this match a C+. It is not like the best utilization of how talented Chris Candido really was. And Barry Horowitz was he was a house show wrestler, and he was fucking great as a house show wrestler.
Yeah.
But when you start putting someone on a pay-per-view that just does a bunch of house show shit, it's just
he's a prelim.
This whole match was a gimmick, obviously, and it was just to kind of get people to pop and get someone new over or whatever. But they didn't have any big plans for Barry Horowitz. He was back to jobbing like fucking 2 months later, 3 months later, or whatever.
Yeah.
But he actually
beats
beats him here, Chris Candido, and I feel so fucking bad. So Chris Candido also lost his wrestling career here, and his wife is a whore, and she just fucking slept with the whole locker room.
Were they married?
Yeah, they were together here.
They were together at this point, and it was all around.
Well, I know they were together.
It was all like this match was all around Sonny interfering and getting in the ring and getting thrown out, and then like talking and doing the entrance.
To your point, the match is more about Sonny than the match itself.
Barry Horowitz suspenders like broke in the first 30 seconds. Literally the first move, like he's wearing these like tights and then like suspenders,
and he came out to the. What's the Jewish song that that was his fucking theme music?
Yeah.
So fucking terrible.
But it was cool to see he gets the win. Barry Horowitz, like 11 minutes.
And the crowd popped, and like
fine.
Vince put the Vince production into it. You can't say that he didn't or whatever. But yeah, this match was I give it a C+ because it had a structured storyline. Even if you didn't like it, the production was fine, and they did a great house show match. It was really a great house show.
They worked hard.
Craig, to your point, I'll give it the same grade, Jess. Yeah. But Craig, to your point, like his suspenders failed in the first move.
Ridiculous.
He's still thinking like a prelim. He didn't go to the seamstress for that one. He was like, I ain't got the money for that. I got to do this myself.
I got to fucking.
He sewed that shit up on his own.
I have scotch tape in the glove box of the Corolla, so I'm just going to do that.
To the outside. Wait a minute. 1, 2,
You know they had a seamstress there for like 30 years, right? And he's like, nah, I can't afford
not
it.
prelims.
I'm good.
Not for me. It's not for me. All right. Do we have to talk about this one? All right. The fireworks were great, right, Craig? Bertha Faye, who was also accompanied by Harvey Whippleman, defeated Alundra Blaze for the women's championship in 4 minutes 14
so
seconds.
I give this match an F, and I'm sorry to cut you off. Yeah. Because it sucked for I like the character Bertha Faye, but Rhonda Singh, who was Bertha Faye, she was not good. And every time I watched her in here, like she would legitly not sell shit and just walk like into place so Alundra could hit her moves. Every fucking spot. And it made me insane. Like and I know Ronda Singh, like she got praise on the indie circuit and she did some other things or whatever, and that's why she got brought here. I don't know if she did Japan wrestling. I can't remember. But like I watched.
Yeah, she wrestled in Japan under the name Monster Ripper.
Yes, there you go. But I'm pretty sure Ronda Singh is like her real name. I'm pretty sure.
Ronda and Singh, yeah.
There we go.
I guess.
Okay, so like all I watched in this match, and I remember it differently when I was a kid, because this is a year after the fucking classic that Bull Nakano and Alundra Blaze gave us at SummerSlam '94.
Yeah.
And so they were trying to do that again.
That's
it was whole like
tough,
it was whole Harvey Wimpum was her boyfriend. He's super skinny. She's big and fat. Sorry if that offends people, but it's true. That's what they were trying to, the dynamic they were trying to throw in our face. And I thought it was a disrespect to Alundra in this match. And then also every fucking spot, Ronda would get up and just walk and stand and wait for Alundra to hit her spot. And I was like, can you fucking be any worse? Can you be any fucking shittier of a dance partner than you are right now? So I give it an F. And of course, Alundra loses the goddamn belt. And no wonder why she went to, and then she went to WCW and dropped it in the trash can that December and got shit on.
That's what I was going to ask you. Did she win it back or did she
she won
just take a title?
She won it back. And then in December, she ended up just leaving with the belt and dropping it in the trash can on Nitro. And then they shit on her even worse. So it's like, it sucked for. Go ahead, Greg.
Alundra never wore it coming out. She just held it. And it was all folded and never unstrapped it. And I was just like, that's kind of strange. And like when Bertha kind of won in 4 minutes, just an abortion of a match, like gave it an F. Like,
yeah, it was fucking, it was a disgrace. Like
Alundra was so checked out and her, like they tried to give her the fireworks, but her ring gear was terrible and Bertha Faye was terrible. It was just.
Oh no, look at this. Whoa! 1, 2, and yes! I can't believe it. She got her! We got a new champion!
The winner of the match.
Really?
Bertha wins!
Bertha wins! Bertha wins! Wait a minute, that was safe for Barry Horowitz. What? Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, I mean, I might get yelled at, but this match is bad too. I hate casket matches. 16 minutes and 26 seconds, and of course, The Undertaker is going to prevail over Kama, better known as probably the Godfather.
F, let me tell you why. It's an F, let me tell you why. Because honestly, I don't care what anybody says, and I'm going to fucking go on the record. Charles, Charles Wright? Is that, no, what's his real name?
No, that sounds good. That sounds right.
Good Father, Papa Shango, fucking Kama, whoever it is.
Right.
He's a goddamn terrible fucking wrestler. And the only reason why he is remembered is because he fucking found the Godfather character, which was fucking great and hilarious.
Right.
And he was best friends, or one of the best friends with the Undertaker in the back. He is an awful worker. Papa Shango gimmick was intriguing. He's always been a terrible worker. He's sloppy in there. As Kama, he was fucking awful. Okay. The only offense that he did in this match, was punching and kicking. All he did. I don't know if there was one Irish whip in this match. I could be wrong. I'm sure I'm wrong, because I think Taker does the big clothesline every now and then. All he did was punch and kick. Punch and kick. And then Undertaker tries to fight back, and he cuts Taker off, and then it's punch and kick. Punch and kick. The entire fucking F-worthy match. This match fucking sucked.
Fighting his way out of the casket.
He's a shitty worker. He has always been a shitty worker, and Undertaker just liked him in the back, and that's why. And
he
then
was the ultimate fighting machine, Jess.
I'm sure he was. Yeah, he was the ultimate F machine. But again, the Godfather character, fucking hilarious. I liked it, but
great.
Even when I watched him wrestle, they kept his matches short in the Attitude Era.
I would argue they got the casuals. They got more casuals with that particular character.
Yeah. Godfather he's a shitty fucking worker. He sucked as a wrestler. Go ahead, Craig.
You don't give these guys 16 minutes. Like if it was 10
fucking
minutes,
trash.
maybe like less than
insane.
that. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Will they get him in? Will they get him down in the casket? Kama trying to hang on. Will the lid come down? The Undertaker shut the lid.
The winner of the match, The Undertaker!
Sorry, I didn't mean to rip in there. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna rock it in on these Fs, man. I'm fucking tired of this shit. I'm upset.
Well, I got another F for you because automatic by DQ. Bret Hart does get a DQ win on Isaac Yankem, aka
God damn
Kane, in another 16-minute match.
So Bret
Good.
Bret Hart had his 2 worst matches in his entire career in 1995. In WrestleMania 11, he had that shitty submission match with Bob Backlund, which he's gone on record as saying it's probably my worst pay-per-view match ever. And he had this fucking shit match trying to carry Glenn Red Pill Jacobs to a trashy fucking match like
Red Pill,
on here.
That.
Like he was again, he gets saved by a fucking. I know he was big and he was athletic, and everybody wants to say great stuff about him. And I'm sure he was a really nice guy. Actually, not even I'm sure. Everybody says Glenn Jacobs is a really nice guy. I'll go ahead and accept that. But at the same time, like the Isaac Yankem gimmick was so fucking garbage, and not even Bret. Bret was trying to wrestle with this guy, and you could see he's like, I got nothing, dude. I can't wrestle. Yeah. Like you could just see it like everywhere. And Bret tried so hard. I'm only going to give it a D- because of the fact that like I love Bret. But honestly, this is a fucking
That's
F.
Nice of you.
They just they drugged this match out and tried to make it something it wasn't.
16 minutes.
And Glenn was still green, like to his credit. Like later, I guess he would become more seasoned with Kane or whatever. But really, his whole career was just people fucking jobbing to him and fucking taking big bumps because he's Kane. Like, so, I mean, again, like, he's a professional. It's a night off, whatever. Like, he's a Hall of Famer. Sounds good. But, like, he sucked here, and this match sucked as well. And SummerSlam sucks, like, right now.
I give it a D. Like, solid, like, leg drop off the top, off Bret off the rope, but the rest of the 15 minutes. And
I just hope that you're going to say a match is going to come up that will change my opinion. I hope so. Because this match, this SummerSlam's bad.
What are they doing? What are they doing? Get him away from there! Bret Hart is hanging in the rope. They're pulling him. They're pulling him. Adding rope pressure.
16 minutes.
And it's 25 minutes, which even sounds a little long, but Shawn Michaels defeats Razor Ramon and retains his Intercontinental Championship.
I feel life is coming into my body right now.
Yeah, I give it a A-. These guys can't go wrong with their ladder matches. This is, maybe not their best match, but it's right there. So
Dave, to your point about that, I was talking about just before we started recording. Like WrestleMania 10 was spectacular and the best. But watching this again, the psychology of it, and the fact they didn't rely just on the ladder, I almost want to say this was just as good as like hindsight's 2020 and watching my glasses now. Like, it was wonderful. I give it a solid A. 25 minutes. I did not pause. I did not fast forward. Sean gave his entire body at this point, like at his peak, like wonderful. Razor was at his peak also. Fantastic match. Working with Sean's knee and the way he wrapped it around the thing. My only complaint, and Jess, I'd love to hear what you thought about this. This was the match when like Sean complained and bitched and made the ladder. When the ref put the belt on the ladder and put it up, the ref had to bring it back down, but he didn't reposition it. He simply pushed the belt down to where it was on the collar of the belt instead of like the other end. He didn't. So I was like, what is Sean bitching about? And I always thought about that. I was like, why is he bitching now? Would it have really made a difference no matter who kind of got it? Like,
so really,
maybe it's a work. Yeah.
The end, if I'm remembering, the end he flubbed with the belt. Did he not? I'm trying to remember what happened at the end.
Sean took 3 times to get it.
So,
but I didn't know whether that was on purpose or what.
Yeah, and you never know with Sean here because he was temper tantrum Sean, like in this time period,
right?
And well, I give it an A+. Like this match was like so full. I mean, obviously because we had a card full of like F and D's like leading up to it. This match was so fucking good, and the work they did on the outside. When they were doing shit with the ladder on the outside, it was stiff as shit, and you heard the thud, and I was like, wow, like what a fucking great, it was, and also, they made it totally different from their Mania 10 match, which I also fucking respected. Like, they were, I mean, well, I'm fucking giving compliments to Scott Hall and Shawn Michaels, I mean, of course, but I mean, like, it's just, what a fucking amazing match to watch, and you're right, Craig, I don't know if it added to the coolness of it to look like it was real, because watching Shawn be a bitch and temper tantrum was kind of like, you felt like it was real. Like he's really trying to get this belt and it was not fucking cooperating and all that stuff. They did not plan it, but at the same time, maybe for some reason he knew it needed to be a certain height in the beginning, and that's why he bitched about it. I can't put my finger. Nobody can fucking put their finger on what fucking Shawn was crying about.
It'd be a cool question to ask him.
I almost want to say the first time Shawn missed the jump, or maybe it was the second time Shawn missed the jump. The first time was definitely on purpose. Shawn wasn't going to miss. Then the second time Shawn got up the ladder, missed the jump to pull it down, and then he backdropped Razor up. And then set the ladder the third time. And I want to say the third time, the ladder, the belt was almost lower.
Yes.
And I was like,
yeah.
so it wasn't a case of turning the belt so he could strip it. But I don't know what it was. And it was very, very strange.
I felt
but
he was yelling about it because he knew that he would have trouble with it. And I don't understand what that even means.
Know.
Like, I don't know either.
But the impact of this match, like when one moment, like the ladder went outside and they're both outside, and children in the front row were touching the ladder, and they're like, ooh. So 3 kids touched the ladder. The impact of this match is like almost like the ladder wasn't real. And I love that.
Even when they went on the outside in the beginning,
that ladder is real.
Before they brought the ladder out, like they were doing a spot on the outside where Ramon was clotheslining Shawn, and Shawn was bumping so fucking hard on the outside.
Yes.
I was like, God damn it. Like, and Ramon was fucking punching him in the face, and like they did backdrop. They did this crazy spot with no ladder on the outside. And I just thought I was like, dude, these guys are just fucking in it to win it. Like there was no it was
watching this match made me think like Hogan and Michaels in SummerSlam years later. Like I don't think Shawn was over bumping for Hogan. Like maybe he was, but like he was just that good. Like he was bumping just as much and selling just as much.
Yeah, he was fucking. He was selling more here than he was in WrestleMania 10. I thought because they were both faces here, by the way, which I forgot to mention. At WrestleMania 10, Shawn was a heel and Razor was face. Here, they were double faces. So, like, it was like they were splitting the crowd. And like, Shawn still, like, his performance was even more over the top. And there was, like, a spot in the ring where I think they were fighting over the ladder. And they were fumble fucking with it. And Ramon did this discus clothesline and fucking clothesline Shawn and then reset. And then they did the spot over again. And I was like, like I took a moment to pause and go,
that's a veteran move.
These are 2 professionals that are not going to allow anything to look like a stutter step or whatever.
We need
so
a reset.
Good.
So what do we do? I punch you in the face. I give you a quick clothesline, and then we'll reset. That's what that is.
Can he do it this time? Razor starting to move. And he got it. He got it.
Well, just to compare it, the championship match and the finale is a little over a third of the time frame that this match got. Just telling you, like
that
it's
boys.
Insane. Yeah, so
it was hyped great. Mabel had.
So we're talking about they were in the main event. Mabel Diesel defending the WWF title against Mabel, and it's an F. Like
9 minutes, it's an F.
I hated the whole Diesel arable. Like Mabel was terrible. I don't shit on the WWF for trying to make a monster factory for Diesel, but Kevin Nash wasn't up to the task, and neither was Mabel, and it was garbage. And Nash's run is horrible. I don't care what anybody says. It was one of the worst periods in WWF history. I hated Diesel as world champion. He fucking sucked in 1995.
How many title runs did Diesel have in WWF?
Just one time.
So let me ask you a question. How many times have we said on the pod that it's the first title run that somebody has is always the hardest? They have to figure it out.
I'm not suggesting that. I'm not saying that politically.
No. I'm not.
The
trying
climate
to,
was hard for Nash.
I'm not trying to run your dick in the dirt here. What I'm saying is like it's his first title run, and on top of that, you're in a down year.
Yep. You're in a recession,
and you probably knew you're in a recession, and it's like, what did you expect of him?
Clothesline!
know.
No,
really.
you know what, and you know what, I
Right.
speak with venom and anger, and actually, that's the more
No.
You
I'm
have the
agreeing
more
with you.
you have
is
the
what I'm
more
saying.
level-headed like opinion about it. So I do agree with Nash on that when he talks about it now on his podcast and stuff. It's like, yeah, like, and they didn't. There was a lot of times where he wasn't the main event, and they fucking put the champion in the middle of the card. WrestleMania 11 being an example of like him and Shawn did not close the show. It was LT and Bam Bam, and he's like, dude, you put the belt on me. You find your next giant, which Vince tried to pretend like he didn't want to find, so he kind of confided in Brett. And then when he found Nash, he's like, "That's my guy." And then he puts it right back on a big fucking 7-footer or whatever, and just it doesn't work out for him. The weight of the company and the fact that they were in such bad business, like it was too much for Nash. Not because Nash couldn't handle something. Well, I mean, no, what am I doing? He couldn't. Even in WCW, come on, dude. They've never hooked the wagon to Nash successfully. Let's be fucking fair about all of it. Like,
and you know what? You can put blame on Vince for putting Shawn and Razor before this main event, but that's not the problem.
Yeah, and even
Like,
when he went to WCW, yes, him and Hall and Hogan, revolutionized wrestling with the NWO. But every time Nash became that guy when they were thinking about the title on him, it's just Nash. There's nothing else
so
to him.
Obvious.
Like he has
a
funny, quick-witted promo and a shitty wrestling match. That was Kevin Nash. Like that was always Kevin Nash. Like that's
WWE
it.
should have put Shawn and Razor earlier in the card, and it just really showed the weakness of Diesel as a champ and the patheticness of Mabel.
Yeah,
Like, my God, he hurt everybody. Like.
So there was a spot in this match, Craig, to your point, where Nash was laying on his stomach, and then Mabel was standing over the top of him and just sat down with his ass, and he fucking fucked his hip up. Like, Mabel just fucked him up. Like,
he was the worst. Like, it should have been Shawn or Razor. I don't know why Razor never had the fucking championship.
Razor, I think we've always talked about that, Craig. We've always I think we've talked about it in past fucking episodes. Like, there's no good goddamn reason why Razor Ramon wasn't WWF champion in this time. There's no reason.
But this is a card of one match, maybe two, like the opening and Shawn and Razor. It's just a different feel and
that's why
I think the only reason why I said at the beginning that like I think this is worth a watch is the opening match is worth it, and Shawn and Razor is I mean just gold in a bucket. Like if you want to go watch it,
and in all the abortion of what 1995 was, you still had Shawn and Razor working their asses off.
Yeah,
like and 1 2 3 Kid who actually like. I mean, Billy. The only wrestler now still working is Billy Gunn. 35 years.
Billy Gunn,
later.
yeah.
But 1 2 3 Kids was fantastic.
Yeah, that
opening match
is
and
really
Shawn
good.
Razor.
Agreed. For audio fans, give us a listen on Apple, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Watch our videos on YouTube at our Wrestling Channel. And look to your left for several other options if you'd like. And give us a follow on Instagram at O.W.P2019 or on Facebook at Our Wrestling Podcast. For Craig, Jess, and myself, this is the O.W.P signing off. Have a good one.